Brooks Running has a new shoe for you runners out there. Did you hear that? Better turn up your volume. In fact, turn it up to the max. Introducing the all-new Ghost Max. It's got all kinds of things to make your knees and ankles feel protected, like Max Cushion, Max Soft Landings with DNA Loft V2 foam, and Max Smooth Rides with their Glide Roll Rocker. Feel better on your run with Ghost Max. Learn more at brooksrunning.com.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, you guys are going to probably ask me how did I survive for so long without drinking water. But for those wondering, yes, I went a good portion in my life without drinking water. And honestly, drinking water, I noticed that's one thing that I have to say that I've noticed is how it takes an effect on your life when you drink water. I think I did hear that, excuse me, somewhere that drinking water helps boost your immune system. Because I tell you right now, when I got sick growing up, especially when I was in school, and it wasn't until I think it was after I graduated, that's when I started drinking water. But for the longest, I was on the soda and Red Bull and apple juice. What other drinks was I having? Every other drink in the world besides water. And I don't know why I was like that. And the crazy thing about it, growing up, because I remember as a kid, I remember when we would do, remember those yearly, testings, the Wassel test. I think they call it something else now, but back when I was, growing up, they called it the Wassel test. So I remember that they would give us water. But they would give us, and that's the thing where people, you could go ahead and disagree with me, and you could try to come up with every argument possible saying that all water tastes the same. No, it does not. You can drink Arrowhead and you can drink Fiji water. There's going to be a difference, okay? There is going to be a difference, but anyways, so yeah, they would give us that, and I wasn't a fan of it. I think that's why I didn't really like water that much, because I assumed that all water, that's how it was for me for the longest. I assumed, or I said that all water had tasted the same. So I was like, nah. I live in Seattle. It rains enough. So I gotta put this stuff in my system. And and it be raining literally every single day out here. I'm like, nah, man. I'm not with that. So yeah, for the longest, when I was in high school, elementary, yeah, I really have no memory of me drinking water in elementary. Maybe at the fountains, that was about it. But honestly, I was just doing that because everybody else was doing it. That's the type of dumb stuff that I was on growing up. Where, okay, all the kids are I'm like, okay, let me see what's so good about this water. Nothing ain't good about this water. It's the same as any other. But then that's why I remember I stopped. That was another reason why I had stopped drinking water fountains at school and stuff, because there was a lead outbreak or some stuff like that in the water. So there was the water wasn't safe. So yeah, where I grew up, where I grew up and things going to school, our schools was kind of poor and stuff. The one school that I went to out in West Seattle, that school had a lead outbreak. What other things happened at that school? Yeah, there was a lot of it wasn't the top of the line school and stuff, but because I think there are some other schools that was actually better in the area and stuff, but Gatewood, that was the name of the school. Yeah, it was an okay school. It was all right. I liked it. I thought it was. I met a lot of cool people at that place. But anyways, other than that, but yeah, it was I remember water wasn't really, well, I remember my mom didn't want me drinking the water at the school, so, and I wasn't drinking water at home. Like I said, I was on the apple juice. When did I start drinking apple juice? I can't remember when exactly I started. I think I might have still been in elementary when I started drinking apple juice, but, or and Capri Sun Sport to be exact. And I'm if we gonna talk on those real quick, Capri Sun, when are y'all gonna bring the sport drinks back? I'm saying, Capri Sun Sport, that was my crack when I was a kid. I don't think too many people understand that, but I was like, bruh, I can drink a whole box of Capri Sun Sport and won't think twice about it. So I'm like, yeah, that's why I was like, I was kind of sad when they took those drinks away. I was like, I mean, like Capri Sun is all right, but I'm like Capri Sun Sport, it hit differently. So, but anyways, but yeah, I wasn't. I'm telling you guys, I did not start drinking water until after high school. Okay, like I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all that. But anyways, so elementary, I'm drinking like Capri Sun soda. And then it wasn't until high school that's when I started drinking Red Bull. So I was like on the Red Bull diet. I remember when I very first drank Red Bull, I had, oh my god, like it was, you honestly would have thought that I was on crack, like not even joking, like y'all would have been like, oh yeah, he definitely sniffed a line or injected himself with something. Cause I remember there was the one day where I had one of the, like, I think that's when I had my very first 12 ounce. Or I don't know, I might have had one prior before, I can't remember. But anyways, I just remember the time I had a 12 ounce Red Bull right before I went to my weight training class. And yeah, I was on the roid rage that day. I was like on the Red Bull roid rage because I was lifting weights like left and right, wasn't stopping, wasn't taking no breaks. And then I remember when I woke up that next morning and I was sore. I didn't even want to go to school. That's how sore I was because I just was working out. I did not stop. So I'm like, I'm in pain. Like, that's the one time I had to say where I had like a killer workout where I'm like, man, I'm telling you, like, y'all try, if y'all haven't drank Red Bull, drink you a Red Bull, okay? Drink you a Red Bull and then go to the gym. If you've never had a Red Bull before, drink a Red Bull and go to the gym and like chug the whole thing down. Chug it down like you drinking that blue stuff in Fortnite or something. Like, chug it down that fast. Well, don't, like, if you get the choking and things, then okay, then slow down, take your time and stuff. Drink it on the way to the gym. But anyways, but yeah, I remember I did that, and it was funny because it was a good friend. He still is till this day a good friend of mine. But no, I remember he was in a Muay Thai class, and he, like, I think he had cracked his ribs or some stuff like that. So both me and him, we just walk in side by, because I think we had first period together. So we walk in side by side. My whole body is in pain. His ribs is in pain. And yeah, I remember we were just sitting in class, just looking like we both got hit by trucks at the same time. Like, I still to this day, I'm like, bruh, like, why did I do that? Why did I do that to myself? So, and even then, I wasn't, even in like athletic classes, I didn't drink water when we did, because that's one thing that we did for like PE, was that we had to do like some like monthly. When did we do, or was it just like a one semester thing? I think it was just a one semester thing. And they would just have it like at some point in time during the semester we would go and do like the mile run. We'll just do like all these like time things, and I guess like that would add more to our grade. But other than that, it was like suiting up. And what else, like it was, like just overall suiting up and going to class, like, that there was like an easy A. But they will also like kind of, I guess, like deduct some like stuff from your grade if you were like, my thing is like, what if I'm slow? Like, I can't help it if I'm slow. I'm just not athletic. I'm like, I just choose not to be athletic in things. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just me and stuff. Like, I was like halfway athletic though, because I felt like that's one thing for sure. Drinking water and working out, like, it helps, because like now that I drink water and now that I work out, I feel like that I have like a faster like recovery time. And I also still drink Red Bull too, so that could be the case. That could be the case, but no, like I drink water and I have like a much more faster like recovery time. And so when but like back when I was in high school, I remember like my body would always be sore. And then like I did talk on that a little bit. When I would get sick, it would just like, I would have like a straight up smoker cough. You would have thought that I smoked a like pack of Newports like either once a day or once a week. The way that I was coughing back when I was in high school, because I had like a legitimate like smoker cough. And I'll never forget the day where there was this one girl. There was this one girl I remember. She was cool. I liked her. I liked her. you know, like that was the one girl where I'm like, hey yo, something can happen between the both of us. Like, nah, I like you. You chilled, fam. But anyways, I remember I was sick, had that smoker cough right in front of her, and I was just like, any chances I had with her, gone. I'm like, straight gone. And so I'm like, you know what? We gonna move forward in life. I ain't gonna let that. I didn't even get a chance to. Well, actually, you know what? Nah, because I think she was dating a guy at the time, so I definitely didn't have a chance. But anyways, I bet she don't even remember that. That's the funny thing about it. I'm saying that, and I'm like she still remembers. I'm like, I remember, because that stuff is traumatizing, bro. Like when you have a smoker cop, it is some traumatizing stuff. I'm like, man, I think, like, now I'm like curious. I'm like, when I hear people cough like that, it's like, do you drink enough water? Because I'm like, I feel like if you drink enough water, I feel like that smoker cough, it just, it wouldn't happen and stuff. And so anyway, I remember there was the one time where I was really sick, and I remember me and my family, we went to go see Shutter Island, that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, when it very first came out in theaters. I remember when we went to go see that movie, and I was sick, and I told them guys that I was sick, and I'm like, y'all can hear me coughing, right? They didn't wait. They waited until I'm like, I'm like, look, listen to me. When I say that I'm sick, or when I'm saying that something ain't right, all right? Y'all gotta hear me out on this. And so sure enough, I'm like, yep, they paid for it in the long run. We go all the way there. We watching the movie and stuff, coughing throughout the whole movie. And I'm like, hey yo, I told y'all I was sick, so I'm like, hey, that's on you. I got my mom nudging me, talking about be quiet. I'm like, I'm sick. I'm like, I'm coughing, mom. I'm like, I can't help that. I'm like, that's just, that's the consequences of having a sick child. They're gonna cough and things. And so anyways, but I think if I could go back, that's one thing I felt like that would have added to my childhood, is me drinking water. And so yeah, high school, then yeah, of course high school I wasn't drinking water, and it wasn't until after I graduated. I remember, and I still have that video up too, of when I drank Fiji water for the first time. I drank Fiji water for the first time. After that, I was hooked. Because I was like, okay, what is the hype with Fiji water? What's up with that? Why does everybody talk on Fiji water? Or why does everybody, drink Fiji water and stuff? And so I went out, got me in a bottle of Fiji water, drinking on it and stuff. And I'm like, I made the video, and I should react to that video. First time me drinking Fiji water and stuff. But anyways, that was like, that video, that was like day one of me drinking water and stuff. And yeah, after that, I was always hooked on water, and I'm like, and even like now, I still be like trying to, like, I'd still drink a crap ton of Fiji water. Like, that's one thing for sure. I'm like, every time I go to the store, I always make sure I give me a 6-pack of Fiji water. And yeah, I'm all like, I love it. I'm like, Fiji water is, I know people be all like, oh, that's the bougie water. I'm like, hey, well, call me the most bougiest person possible, because I'm like, I love me some Fiji water. That's why I wish they had one of them jugs where it's like with the handle thing at the end of it, or at the top of it, but it's Fiji water. I know Fiji water do got like their own big bottle of Fiji water, but I'm like, bruh, I need one of them jug things of Fiji water, where I'm just like, cause I be going on a lot of walks and stuff, so I'm like, bro, get something like that. And I'm just sitting there walking around, bro. I'm telling you, I probably would never come home, because I'm like, yeah, I like I said, when I drink water, I'm like, after working out or something, I'm fine. That's the thing about, like, now I'm like, and I don't know, maybe I'm just not working out long enough, or I'm just not working out harder enough. But I drink water, and I'm like, fam, I think when was the last time I got sore from working out? Like, I know when I go out on walks at times, like, those are like shin splints and stuff. I think that's about it. But other than that, I'm trying to think, like, I can't remember the last time I got like a good, like, sore workout and stuff. Like, I think it was when I had got my when I got a resistance band some years ago, because I remember I got that, my arms was done. But no, I got one of those like electric, like, muscle stimulator things. So I'm like, I got those. I'm like, okay, I'm prepared. Like, I swear, I'm about to be like a black Bruce Lee, that at the rate that I've been working out lately. Because I've been doing freaking 300 push-ups every single night. I just upped my push-ups, and my arms don't feel sore. And that's the thing. I'm like, I feel like that's one thing I have to say. I felt like I've drank so much water now, to where I'm like, I mean, I still be drinking and things, but I feel like I got like backup water. Like, hear me out on my backup water theory. I feel like I didn't drink, because I'm like, it's the same with Red Bull. I feel like I just got like so much of that in me where I'm like, I just don't feel nothing. I'm like, I'll work out. I'll go crazy with working out. I remember there was one day where I went crazy with working out, felt nothing. And I'm all like, bruh, it was like, what just, I think I was like slightly sore. I think I was sore for like one day and that was it. But I'm like, no, I'm talking about like week long. Like, I remember I got sore from falling. But after that, I was all like, nah, I'm like, I didn't get sore from working out. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. Even at my old job, oh my God. The amount of water, I think definitely my friend that I work with, Jack, I think he can like vouch and say, oh yeah, I always had a bottle of water. Because so this is how the place was set up. So it was this like big like giant cafe area, and then at the very end of the cafe was or like on the like other side of it was, or like on the far like right side, it would be this cashier area. So like we had like this kind of like little cubby area and things. And in the cubby area, we could put anything under there that we want. And so I always had me a bottle of water. I think that's what it was, because I'll drink me a Red Bull protein shake in the morning, and then after that, I'm drinking water. So I'm just like, and I'm telling you, I never felt like tired from like I'll admit, like there's been times where I felt drained and things, because I'm like, we're just like working time after time, but I'm like sore, or just like, oh my God, like I can't lift nothing else. I'll go back to work next day because I'm like, I already had my go-to drinks, or a bottle of water. It was like this Oregon spring water that they had, that they were selling at our job, or at my old job. And then yeah, I'll have Red Bull protein shake, and then that Oregon spring water. So I was like, after that, I was good, and I'm all like, hey, I'm chilling and stuff. Speaking of water, it's showing a commercial. It's funny there, I'm talking on water, and I think that's water. One water that I will never ever drink again in my life is sparkling water. I know people ask me how do I feel about that. I do not like sparkling water. I'm like, I remember I drank sparkling water for the first time, and I was like, what is this? Sparkling water and coconut water. I would rather honestly drink sparkling water. If there is like some like good flavored sparkling water out there that exists, I would probably drink that. But coconut water, that's like depression in a box. Like, I drink coconut water and I'm like, I feel sad. Like, that's how I honestly feel right now. I feel sad because I'm like, why would anybody just drink? And that's the crazy thing about it. People would be at my old job, right, drinking that stuff like how I drink Red Bull, or how I drink Fiji water, or how they be drinking that and be feeling happy. And I'm like, I don't understand it. I really don't. But if you like your coconut water and your sparkling water and all of that, hey, like what you want to like, man. I'm like, or woman, but I'm like, I can't do it. I'm sorry, but anyways, yeah, that's all for today's episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure, if you guys haven't, make sure you like and subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 32 YouTube channels. I'm active on all of them. Make sure you also follow me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, at TMossBoss, and then follow me on Facebook at TMossBoss fan page. And yeah, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.